Right, so we've got the thought processes going on. I think Utterly Butterly strikes again. We'll use that for a radius. I've lost my pen. Where's my pen gone? Got a pencil, but I wanted my marker pen. Losing it. There it is. Right. Much better. So, before I go cutting anything and messing about, so this needs to be big enough to put my hand in to put stuff in there. Otherwise, if it's that small, look, it's going to be pointless. But I can't have it huge. It's only a small boat. So this is, what I worked out I want to that line. I don't want to take up half the boat doing it. I need something to make me radius so that it's the same both ends. So we've got the butter pot. The locker doesn't need to go right to the ends. I don't need to cut the whole thing out. It doesn't need to be that size, does it? I can put stuff in and it can slide in there, to the side slightly. I don't want it too much of a gap. I need to be able to get to it. So if I leave a bit of a gap so I can poke stuff in there, same the other end. That will give me more to tab in the top because I won't have a lot of tabbing otherwise. I don't want to come right down to the bottom too much, otherwise anything in there when you open the cupboard's going to fall out. So I'm thinking something like that. So I reckon roughly even, don't we? I'm reckoning something like that. Something like that. We've got there. So the hands are the same size. So there. Right. Something up to there, I think. I don't want to be cutting along that bottom edge. Right, there we go. Something like that. So there's me section to cut out. And I was originally thinking, shall I leave these just open? But I'm thinking, because the depth of this, to be able to get my hand in there, I was thinking I might end up putting these back on so I've got open and closable cupboards rather than just leaving them open. But I mean, I can put them on, I can take them off, I can do what I like, it's not an issue. We can try it with it open, but I'm just thinking that's only going to give me an inch depth, and anything I put in there is going to keep falling out. So I think I might have to put a couple of little hinges on it and have that opening. It doesn't give me a lot to mount a hinge on because this is on an angle, so it might not work. Oh, I do like making problems for myself. I'm going to take that up a little bit more. Now it's slightly smaller. But then I'm restricting. I mean, I ain't exactly got the smallest hands in the world. And this is why this takes me so long. It takes me so long to get anything done because all these thoughts going around my head. What shall I do? Shall I do it this way? Shall I do it that way? I've got so many different ways of doing things in my head, what I can do with it. that it takes forever just to get the idea, you know, because once I've put it in and done it, that's it, it's done. Well, yes, I can change it, but I want it right before I stick it in. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'll have a little bit more thought on that one. Needs a lot of prepping anyway. I've still got a lot of finishing to do to make that look nice. You know, I haven't got to get it to its final look because I've got to glass it in place. So I'm going to be mucking this up with fiberglass all over it anyway, you know, and bonding paste and all the rest of it. But it's going to take me a little bit to get my head around how I'm going to do that exactly. I know what I want to do. I want to cut that out and all that, but I just want to make sure, am I going to have that? If it's going to be open, that's fine. If it's going to be hinged, I might need to bring this bottom line up a little bit to give me something to put a hinge on. But then I've got to make them all the same as well. So, yeah, I'm going to end up with a locker that's like a flaming letterbox. You know, yeah. Yeah. We'll sort it, don't worry. I need to see what hinges I can get and how they'll sit. If I can get a hinge to fix on there, I can always put a little flat spot on it to fix a hinge. You know, so I can do something with it. But I want it to look nice. I don't want it to look like, you know, what's he done there? Yeah, bit odd. So yeah, there we go. There's the fault. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to get on with some fiberglass in over here. This has all been sanded down. I need a little bit of bonding paste in the back here. There's up here somewhere, there's a very small hole in the bonding paste there. And that will just be a big air void, you know. So yeah, what I'm going to do is get that all acetone, mix up a tiny bit of bonding paste. Don't need a lot at all. Smear that up the back there. Everywhere else looks okay. I might just put a little bit across the front here, so while I'm rolling the glass on, that will just all squidge out nicely. There'll be a transition across there without any air voids in any little pit holes. So, but it's literally a tiny bit, just a smear is all I need. Just a wee smear. So right, I'm going to stop that there. That's enough of my thinking process. But it's just part of what, you know, I find I have to do. You know, I'm not a professional, I'm not a boat builder. It's so there's a lot of thought, you know, before you just go rushing into everything. You've got to make sure you either A, know what you're doing, or B, you've got your idea in your head, because once you've done it, you know, you cut something, you're committed. You're committed to what you're going to do, so you've got to make sure it's the right decision. So yeah, I know what I want to do with that. I've just got to make sure it's going to look right before I go chopping into it. So that's it. Right, enough waffling. I do like to talk. So I'm going to get on with some fiberglassing. I've got you back on the other camera so I can see myself now. Hello. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, let's get this cleaned up. Get some glass laid. Right, we'll make another video because they take too long to upload if they're too long. Right, Project Shetland is go. Let's get on with something.